And just to show you how powerful I am, I'm going to let you not do it. And I'm going to teach you again, another teachable moment. Why could we not? It went and told on the deacons. They went and told on the disciples. They can't get it done. They can't get it done. Let me go to Jesus. Jesus, I went to your disciples. I came to church. They couldn't figure it out. I'm coming to you. Help me out. What do I say? Oh, and then Jesus said, it's done. The disciples said, hold up. Oh, Master, come on, Jesus. Please tell us, why couldst we not cast out the devil? Because you're too busy talking and you're not fasting and praying. If you're going to be about my business, handle my business. Quit worrying about your mouth and shut up and fast and pray. I think I'm out of time. Let me get to my last point. That's enough of that right there. I'm just saying, they didn't understand. The disciples didn't understand. To understand, what that really means is to bring it together. See, when you understand, have you ever had a process you went through that you didn't quite understand, but things began to come clear and you said, oh yeah, it's all coming together now. That's because you now understand. See, your kids don't understand, well, my kids certainly don't understand why you had to have a plain hearts. Understand, you cannot have a hardened heart unless you understand. You can be darkened, your eyes can be dim, you can't see, but to have a hard heart means you know when you ain't fooling with. So when your heart ain't right, it's not because of ignorance in many cases, because in order to have a hardened heart, you have to be aware. In other words, you have to be rebellious. A hardened heart says, I know what you said, but that's what I'm going to do. You ain't the boss of me. Ain't no me. I'm teaching you. I'm discipling you. I'm giving you disciplines and doctrine for living in my kingdom and equipping you to be able to handle your assignment. You worried about a loaf of bread. What you watching? Didn't you hear the folk out there saying thank you? Didn't you see the folk full out? Do you remember, girl? For reference, maybe you remember Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They found themselves in a tough situation in a foreign land, enslaved, but they decided to eat their own food and not the king's food because they had a strong leader. Maybe you remember the time when they were forced to go into this thing and they had to pray at a certain time and pray a certain way and pray to the wrong person. They said, I'll tell you what, do what you got to do, but I can't go with you on that one. Do you remember what they said? They said, our God is able to deliver, but even if he doesn't, I need about 3, even if he doesn't, people. I got to go ahead and praise him, even if he doesn't deliver. Want him to, even if he doesn't come through like I want him to. I got to pray. I got to stay with him, even if he doesn't give me the brand new car. If I don't get the job I prayed for, I got to stay with him. I need about 3 people that don't mind giving God some praise for keeping you in the midst of the fire. What happened to the Hebrew boys? They were found guilty and condemned. They were thrown in the fiery furnace. Folk trying to put them in died. They had to have replacements. I wish I had a witness here. But the king had to look up. I don't know how you can see in the middle of the fire. We had wildfires in Oklahoma. I was 40 or 50 miles from them, and all I saw was smoke. But somehow the king could look through the smoke. And as he looked through the smoke, he said, wait a minute. He began to ask questions. Now, I'm confused. If the fire is burning and apparently you've used the furnace before, you've watched people disintegrate. So you don't get to see people standing up in the middle of a fire. But I can imagine the king, he's looking in, he said, wait a minute. And there's 1, 2, 3. And there's someone different. There is number 4. He got perplexed and he asked his court, brethren, did not we put 3 in there? They said, yes, sir, you put 3 in. He said, well, wait a minute. There's a 4th one in there. Have your way, have your way. Is there one who will surrender today and say, God, just have your way? I lift my hands and say, God, God. You can have all of me. You can have my money, my mind, my heart, my soul. Everything belongs to you, God. Have your way in me. Your way in me, Jesus. Have your way in me, Jesus. Have your way in me, Jesus. Have your way. Come on, come on.
Yes, to your will.
Yeah.
Yes, to your way. Yes, I will go. Yes, I'll obey. Whatever you desire.
If that's your plea, whatever you desire to do. The house is not Bethlehem Star. The house is the tabernacle of your body. If you're willing to let God have his way in you today, just slip your hand up right where you are. If you're willing to allow him to do what he wants to do, the way he wants to do it. Your hands lifted up are not a sign of saying me. It's simply saying, I surrender. I give it all to you, God, whatever you desire to do. If you tell me to go, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Tell me to move, I'm going to move. Do y'all hear what they're saying? Y'all keep singing. What they're saying. I'm not waiting on you to do it. I'm not counting on you to do it. But I'm going to speak favor over my own life. In other words, I've been without long enough. I've been struggling long enough that I'm going to have to go ahead and speak favor over my life. Come on, Joe. I'm ready to go. Y'all, let's stand up and let's go. Y'all ain't got to do nothing. Just stand up. I'm going to dismiss you. Come on. Favor. Y'all just sing that. Sing.